Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Ride Life podcast. This episode is sponsored by Matt from Burnt Up Wood Burning, who specializes in making custom wood plaques. Check him out on Instagram at Burnt Up Wood Burning and go find that last piece you need to finish up the man cave or perfect your garage. Nothing better than a one-of-a-kind specialty.
And you'll be supporting a local motorcycle rider and a local business. Also, go give the Ride Life podcast, the Ride Life Brian, and the Ride Life Jim a follow on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube at the Ride Life Podcast. Thanks for all your support and enjoy this new episode.
What's up, everybody? We're back with the Ride Life podcast. Sunday night, spring is here, but it sure does not feel like it, Jim. Woke up this morning, 23 degrees. Not cool. It's killing me. Well, what's up, Jim?
It was definitely officially spring. Thursday, I think, but 31 degrees here, a high of mid 40s. But I think it's like the next couple of days are on the cool side and kind of wet, and then it's going to warm up back into the 60s. So riding season's here, man. It's time to go.
Yeah, I took the dirt bike out back. It's like a mud hole back there, but getting on two wheels was nice after coming back from Daytona. But anyways, we got a good episode tonight. We got Facebook Marketplace scams. I don't know. I want to talk about shop layouts. What you got in your shop, what you need, what's like a tool that you think you really need, or do you need a lift? Do you need whatever? We're going to talk about shops. And what else we got? We got a beer check coming up. I have a good beer brewed right in Boston. This is perfect for this time of year because, actually, no. Why was I thinking it was summer? I was thinking kids are going to be moving back into college, but that's not true. So I don't know what I was thinking. But what's up, Jim? So how's the job been going? What's up? Truck driving in the wintertime?
Oh, listen, truck driving in the winter time, you know how it is. It's slow. It's been slow, but last week it kind of broke loose. I worked a lot of hours last week, which was good because the wallet needs it, man. It's been a long ass winter. Scraping by every month, just trying to be like, everyone's like, when you getting that Swicky? When you getting that Swicky? I'm like, yeah, maybe when I earn a real paycheck.
You're not earning money from this podcast, so let's just drop that idea.
No. Now accepting sponsors.
Yeah, but well, we good. We got Burnt Up Wood Burning. We got them. We got Matt.
Oh yeah.
So. All right, let's start off with. So when I got back from Daytona, so I told you I got the suspension technology shock for my Road Glide. And when I got back from Daytona, I took off my Legends, the 13-inch Legends off the Road Glide, put on those suspension techs, and I was like, I took it for a quick ride. I'm like, you know what? I like it. These feel a lot better than they did before because they're the right spring and they got the right. I adjusted them for the sag and everything. So they felt great. So I figured I'm going to sell off my Legends. So we're up. You gotta sell stuff. Where do you go? You go to Facebook Marketplace, right? So I list them on Marketplace for a pretty reasonable price. I thought $600. So these are the Legends Revo A's. They're not the piggyback ones, but they're fully adjustable. They look cool. They got a good look to them, but they're 13-inch, and I needed the 14-inch. So I listed them. Got a bunch of people. Still available. Will you take 400? My mom will meet you with her cat if you would take a trade. like, okay. So I finally got this one guy. He's like, I need him for my 2017 Road Glide. I need Legends on him. He's like, I had Legends on my other bike. I want them again. I'm like, perfect. So I talked to him for a little bit, and he apparently didn't have a job or something because he could meet me the next day at like 11 o'clock in the morning, which was great. So I meet everybody when I do Facebook Marketplace. I live near the Rochester Harley Davidson, so I just meet people there. It's everybody likes going to the Harley dealer, so I meet them there. Have the shocks. When I see him, he doesn't look like he just looks like an older biker dude, kind of. He's probably does painting, sheetrock, that kind of job, and which isn't a bad job, but if you're a painter, you're always drunk because that's the most boring job ever. I have no patience with painting. Can you even paint, Jim?
I mean, I always get really motivated to paint. Like
Ugh,
I'm like, yeah, it's gonna look so nice. I'm gonna tape off the trim. I'm gonna cut it in. I'm gonna do this. And about 8 strokes in, I'm like, whoa, this is terrible.
yeah,
This is terrible.
that's exactly what I do. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this look so nice, and I'm like, this sucks. And I start slapping on paint.
Yeah, you got runs and bubbles and orange peels and everything else.
I don't know how they do it. The professional painters, I give it up to you guys because I don't. Well, I know how you do it. You stay high and drink a lot. Anyway, so he looks similar to one of those guys, which is not a knock. So we talk for a little bit. I'm like, if you need any help, whatever, just shoot me a message. I'll help you get him on. Whatever you got to do. He's like, all right, cool, no problem. So he takes out his money, $600, counts it right in front of me. So he counts it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there was 250s. So I was like, looks good to me. And I say, all right, gotta go. And I just leave. And as I'm driving down the road, I don't know, I must have seen something or heard something, but I'm like, I feel like that guy just gave me fake money. Like, no. So I'm driving and I got the money in my cup holder. And I'm like, I gotta look at this money. So I look through it. First one I'm like, driving. First one looks good. Yep. And then I come to this one. It looks a little funny. The coloring is off. So I pull it out of the stack. And up in the right-hand corner, it says, for motion picture use only. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I pull that one out. I go through. I got another one. So I got two $100 bills that are fake. Movie money. Right? So at this point, I'm boiling. I'm like, I just got screwed out of $200. So I pull over immediately. Because I had already like marked them as sold, and then I archived the message. So I couldn't find the message. I'm like, great, now I can't find the message. Finally found the message, and I messaged him. I just said, hey, this was my exact words. I said, what's up, dude? You just gave me fake money, not effing cool. And at this point, I'm thinking like he'll never respond. He's probably back on his way back to his house. He went the opposite way of me, and he's just thinking I just scammed that guy. But he responds within a minute. He responds and says, and I respond again. I said, yeah, it's the money says for motion picture, like it's movie money, man. He's like all confused in his text. I could tell. He's like, let me call you. What's your phone number? So I'm like, all right, this is kind of a good sign. He's gonna call me. So he calls. And he's like, dude, I'm like 5 minutes from that Harley dealer at the Marshalls. And I'm in there and I got your text. And when I read it, he must have been cashing out. Cause like the cashier's like, is everything okay, sir? Like he just like read a text that his freaking dog died or something. So I meet him. I'm like flying back now. I'm cruising. I'm like, I know exactly where you are. So I pull in and I'm talking to him on the phone still. And he's like, oh yeah, I see you. I see you pulling in. So I go over to him and he was wicked cool about it. He's like, dude, I did not even know. So he gave me $200 more. I checked them over. They were good. And I was talking to him and he's like, dude, I literally just put like $4,000 into the ATM this morning from this money that this contractor gave him. So he must have just got paid for a job. And so the contractor gave him a bunch of cash. He took a bunch of that cash, put it in. Have you ever deposited money through an ATM, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it all that often, but it always kind of weirds me out. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know, the check for some reason, like if I deposit cash, it weirds me out. If I deposit a check, it doesn't really weird me out because the check, my bank, it'll it like takes a picture of the check and it's printed on the receipt.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But,
Yeah.
but like the cash is just like, oh, you deposited $300. It's weird.
Yeah. I know. I remember like back when I was in high school, this kid had like this scam going where we'd go into the Bank of America, fill out a form saying he deposited $400. He put it in, and then he'd take it out somehow. I don't know how he was doing it, but I'm sure they got that fixed now, and I'm sure he got caught. But so all right, so where am I in the story? So yeah, so he gives me $200 more, and he tells me he just put this money into the ATM and blah blah blah. So I was like, dude, that's crazy, right? Like, I really appreciate you answering your phone and making it good. He's like, I didn't even. No, he was very apologetic, so which was cool because I didn't want to get scammed out of $200. So, anyways, to fast forward through the story, he texts me the next day. And he's like, "You're not going to believe this, but I found three more." He called it fugazi money. So he's like, "I found, or the bank." So I guess the bank found three more fake $100 bills in the money he deposited, and then the guy he got the money from said he found like four fake $100. So seven. So it was like $900 to $1,000 of fake money in the original stack that this contractor got, and then he gave some to
Contractor
him.
got, and then yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So yeah. So fake money is. I wish I took a picture of it, or at least kept it, but I just gave it back to him because I don't.
I I think I've seen it before, not for a while, but I think I've seen it before. Like just somebody had it, like, and they were like, "Hey, check this out. It's cool. It's movie money." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never had like anybody try to give it to me.
Like, what would happen if you went and tried to put it in the bank? Like, would they like? Is that? I don't know. Would you get in trouble?
Well, I mean, you could ask the guy, right? But I mean, he deposited $4,000, and there was three bills mixed in there. It's an honest mistake, but it's just they're gonna confiscate it,
Yeah. True.
or they're gonna just say, your deposit won't be $4,000, it'll be 3,700 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly.
How long after you left the Harley dealer did you check it? Was it like just a handful of minutes, or was it like a little bit of time?
Yeah. No. It was literally probably I drove a quarter of a mile, and this thing popped into my head. Like, I don't know why I thought this guy just gave me fake money. I must have like seen a video or something that kind of triggered me to think of fake money. But yeah, I didn't go far, so I probably made it 2 miles down the road, and then pulled right over and tried to text him.
If I was him, I would have thought you were trying to scam me.
You know what? I thought of that exact same thing because so I just sold you something. No, I just bought something from you, right? And then I leave and like, oh, dude, you gave me fake money, which is the fake money that I had besides the real money that you gave me.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought of that too, and that's why I was
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it at the time, but yeah, I thought of that after the fact. Well, maybe what if he had said, no, you're trying to scam me? Then
Yeah.
that could have been a problem.
So I always like kind of like they do the same thing. They count it out and you shove it in your pocket. But I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a good marketplace rule. Like they count it, but you should count it and just check it out. And just
Yeah,
now you got a story to back up why you're not being a dank. Like you got handed movie money one time.
yeah, no. Next time I go sell something, I'm bringing one of those markers. You know those markers that they have at the store. I'm going to check every bill.
Check everyone. Make sure it goes. What is it supposed to be? It turns yellow or black. I forget what color it's supposed to be, but
Yeah, I
you
don't know,
swipe
but
on it, it changes colors or whatever.
Marketplace just never disappoints. So I love it. I mean, what would you do without Marketplace?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to go back on Craigslist.
Marketplace is great. That's the only reason I have Facebook is to go on Marketplace.
There's been a lot of weird shit on there lately. Like I get the weirdest stuff, like that I don't ever look up, and it pops up in Marketplace.
Well, if you talk about it, your phone hears it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I pull up and there's some fake money ads or something, movie money, prop money, some kind of ad.
Friend of mine just sent me a message. Her and her husband just bought a Road Glide. I'm assuming what is this? The Whiskey Fire. It looks more orange though, but it could just be the
Oh,
2024 the Whiskey Fire, but it looks more orange. I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
if anybody can see that.
yeah. Do you watch VP Customs?
Sometimes not regularly.
Yeah, so he just did a whole body swap on his dad's 2018 Road Glide. In that Whiskey Fire because at Van Black you can do all the body panels and everything with the tank with the cutout for your knees and everything. So look pretty cool. It's a pretty cool color.
Yeah, it's a cool bike. I love everything they did to the bike except for the headlight.
Yeah, it's starting to grow on me at this point already.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. All of those bikes have amazing technology, and there's a lot of cool stuff. And like you've mentioned before, how easy it is to like replace the bars on them now, and that. I mean, it's just that's the only thing. I'm like, oh, just that headlight. I wish it still had that dual headlight.
Yeah, I know. But I think if I might even choose a Street Glide if I had the pick between Street Glide, Road Glide right now for 2025. I might have to go Street Glide. Street Glide's coming back, baby. Just like
Yeah.
Chrome, just like Chrome is coming back. It's back. Chrome is back. Chrome is back, and I just put Black Thrash and Rises on the Road Glide.
There was that period though where everything was black.
Oh God, yeah,
Everybody wanted everything blacked out.
yeah. I mean, it still looks good in certain situations. Like I think it's good to have a variety of black and chrome and stainless, polished. It all looks good together. I love them all.
So, I mean, just because that got brought up, we might as well talk about it. When you were down in Daytona, did you see the CVO, the Road Glide RR? Did they actually were you able to actually go see it?
Yeah, oh yeah, they had it on display down there at the Harley shop, not the shop, where they do the demo rides. They had a huge
Yeah.
display set up.
Huge display.
Yeah, so I got to see it up close. The paint job it's all carbon fiber. The thing's sick. It's
Yeah.
the paint job's really cool. The mid controls, the outer primary. Just trying to think in my head, like it's a cool looking bike. It really is.
I mean, there's definitely nothing on that bike. I mean, with the suspension, it's got that what is it, all aluminum swing arm, the all the Brembo brake parts. I mean, they didn't spare any expense on it, and it's certainly like a phenomenal bike. I just think they're crazy for doing it with where their sales are and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's a cool bike for sure. Keanu Reeves got to ride it. I guess he was down in Daytona. I didn't even see him.
Was he? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a huge bike guy. He loves everything. He loves like I've seen interviews with him. Like he loves like old Nortons and things like that.
yeah. I mean, he could probably walk right by me. I wouldn't even know.
I think he's pretty unassuming, like generally speaking. Like if you
Yeah,
know him, you know who he is. But I don't. He's not one of those people that like if he was walking around in public that people follow him around and stuff.
yeah, yeah. True. So yeah, that was my marketplace scam. Well, not really a scam. I mean, I was able to recover my money. So
It was like half a scam. It was
yeah,
like a maybe scam.
really
But
scam.
it sounds like the guy was a good dude though, and he made it right. And then he got back to you and was like, "Hey, you're not going to believe this," which it does make you feel a little bit better. Like not that you want the kid to have any misfortune, but like, all right, he found three more, so that really puts
Yeah,
away any idea that you were trying to scam him. You know,
true. Yeah, that's a good point. True. Yeah, and then he's like, "You got any other Harley parts for sale?"
I got a lot of parts; they're just not for sale.
Yeah, I got nothing you'd want. That's the thing. Like with marketplace, I won't post anything or try to sell anything unless it's got to be $250 or more for the part. I'm not gonna post $50 parts. I don't know. I can't.
Well, it does come a time where like you got like a $50 like call it a derby cover or something, and you're like, it's not worth all the hassle. Like people calling, I'll give you $15 for it. And it's like, dude, I don't want to leave my house for $15. Like, I really don't. Like, if I'm happen to go into Dunkin's or something for some reason, I'll bring it with me. And if you happen to be there, you know,
Yeah,
but
exactly. But I don't know. I mean, you can make a lot of money on marketplace selling
oh
parts.
yeah,
I mean, but you know, it's like a job. You got to be on top of it. Whatever. People do it and they're successful. And but what else do I want to bring up? Oh, so if you haven't already, go get over to the Ride Life Podcast Instagram page on the latest reel. I made a reel. We're doing a giveaway with Matt from Burnt Up Wood Burning, and you can get a one of a kind plaque that he had made. It's a keychain. It's a key holder, Harley Davidson plaque. It's a pretty cool little piece, and you can get some Ride Life Podcast swag. Probably send you a T-shirt or some stickers or something, depending on your size. See what I got available. So go over there. All you gotta do is be following Matt, Burnt Up Wood Burning, and the Ride Life Podcast. Make a comment, and you're entered. The comment enters you in. It's real easy. Like I don't think I could have made it any easier. Dude, I gotta tell you about this? So I don't usually enter raffles for bikes, right? But while I was down in Daytona, I met this kid, Nick, and he runs. His name is Dude Where's My Dyna on Instagram. It was, it was funny because I was riding the loop and I could see in my mirror, I could see this Concord purple Dyna behind me. I'm like, dude, that's a cool bike. So like, and he's like riding up, checking out my FXR, and then we just get talking to him as I'm riding. We're talking back and forth, and he's like, where you going, Michael? Because I think he was heading to an FXR show or something. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we'll definitely meet up. And he's like, I'm Dude, where's my Dyna on Instagram? I'm like, I know, I follow you now. And so it's pretty funny. But anyways, so we get back and he's doing a raffle. He's raffling off a bike. And it's a 2001 lowrider in this teal color. It's very, very rare. 1 out of 328, I think he said. It was $65 per sticker, and there was going to be 250 spots, right? So I'm like, that's reasonable. I did the math. It's like 16 grand, but whatever. I got to stop thinking like that. I don't care what the final price is. I'm winning a Dyna for $65. That's what I got to think. So I enter, and I'm number 103, and it's written on a green poker chip. Okay? You got to remember these details, Jim. This is very important. Stop looking at your phone.
I'm listening.
Green poker chip 103, right? So he posts 30 spots left. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get another one. So I buy another spot. This one, 3, is my another green poker chip. I'm in for 213, right? So he's going live. So the first live attempt, he goes live. I see him. He puts all the he shows the poker chips, puts them all in this clear bucket, right? Starts shaking the bucket. The thing like bursts a hole in it. Fucking chips fly everywhere, right? So he's like, with the, yeah. So with the live, he's like, I think might have been his wife filming it. So she's like, oh, damn. Like, we're going to have to start over. And I see my chip sitting on the ground, number 103, green chip on the ground. It fell out of the bucket. So I'm like, oh, whatever. All right. So he puts them all back in. So like a half an hour later, he comes back on live. Got them all set up again on the table. He puts them into this bucket this time. Gets them all in the bucket, shaking the bucket up. The live crashes. Just goes blank. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
He must have Cox.
Yeah, exactly. Your internet. No, I don't know what. Instagram. Just the live just crashed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So he's like, sorry. The live, he's posting a story. He's like, sorry. We're going to set them all up again. We're going to come back for a third time. All right, remember this, Jim. A third time. Okay? So he comes back. So now I'm thinking, before he comes back on live for the third time, I'm like, this is a sign. I'm number 103 and 213. This is the third live, right? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I am winning this Dyna, right? So he comes back on third time. So now he's like, I got a backup camera. If something happens, it'll be filmed and I'll post the video, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So he puts them all in the bucket again. He had them all out, 250 poker chips. Puts them all in the bucket again. Shakes them up. Puts his hand in. Dude, he pulls out a green chip with all I can see is 03. I'm like, my heart dropped. And it was 203. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Right? So I'm like, I was supposed to win that bike. A green chip. So this kid that I actually follow, Dirty Joe 85, won the bike. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I really thought I was going to win this bike. I don't know why. You shouldn't think that. I'm like, this is my bike to win. And it was a sick bike. Right? So I guess he talked to Dirty Joe and like so Nick, Dude, where's my Dyna? He'll deliver the bike. He ships the bike. I mean, he doesn't ship it. He delivers it himself. So he delivers it to Dirty Joe. Right? The next weekend. He was real quick about it. Really cool. So, and then Dude, where's my Dyna posts first time in New Hampshire delivering the bike. I'm like, are you kidding me? That bike came to New Hampshire? Like, I'm like, something went wrong. So you know what I did? I messaged Dirty Joe and I told him. I said, hey, listen, I know you won the bike, but all the signs were, it was pointing to me winning that bike. So if you could, maybe sell me the bike or do something about the bike. I really appreciate my bike. And he blocked me. I'm just kidding. I didn't message him, but holy shit.
That's crazy. That's so when we were in Vegas, they walk around. There's like several companies that walk around. They're raffling off pool cues, cases, bundles, like 3 cues, like a playing cue, jump cue, break cue, all that stuff. One guy's walking around. He's got like a 2-wheel dolly, and it's like $25,000 worth of pool cues.
Jesus.
And it's like this huge case. It's about this big around, and I think it was like 9 or 10 cues. There was so much stuff I didn't even look at it, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm not the luckiest guy in the world, so I'm like, I'm out. But I'm like, 25 grand. Like, what would I even do? Because I guarantee you, I probably would play with like one of them, and I just have to start selling them all off.
Yeah, I mean,
which I guess would be fine.
Yeah, you'd be at the right spot to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, that stuff it's a lot of fun. I mean, you got to kind of just be like, whatever. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
it's a donation.
Exactly. Like he took Venmo. I had like some money in my Venmo account that like I just spent in there forever. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try it. And that was part of my sign. I'm like, the money was there, just sitting there, $65. Not like that's a lot of money, but and man, I really thought I was going to win that bike. Oh my god.
No, now he's gonna be riding by you like all the time. He probably lives like 4 streets over.
No, but he already has. He's got a bunch of cool bikes. He's got a cool FXR. I mean, not that I don't have a bunch of bikes already, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel bad. You don't really have a lot lot of cool bikes or anything.
I know. I really needed that. I mean, all I got is But congratulations, Dirty Joe, 85. And he already changed up the bike. He put a Thunder header on it right away, so I like him already.
Till the mount breaks.
Oh gosh. No, I don't know if he might have put a new one on.
So I know we got some stuff we want to talk about, but I just want to bring this up real quick because we brought up the Road Glide, but you got a chance to see when you were in Daytona the Buell, the Super Cruiser with the ST fairing.
Yes, dude.
So if you go on the website, they don't have the pictures of it with the ST fairing. It has like the small cowl.
Yep.
On it. That bike, there's not a ton of information on the website, but like that bike is 26 grand and they're talking about 175 horsepower production.
Yeah. So I talked to the guy and they're not selling them with, the ST fairing or the one I saw had the ST fairing with Viking bags. So it almost looked like an FXR T, which it was a really cool looking bike. And he said they're not selling them like this, but they're just showing you, what you can put on and,
Yeah.
But that will not be an option to buy it brand new.
Yeah. So it's got like the 17-inch wheels. It's sick. It sounds like it reminds me of like the old Buells, but like for people that never heard a Buell run, it sounds like the Metric V twin, like sport bikes.
Yeah. Eric Buell has been in the game for a while. He had his part in designing the FXR. So this Buell, I bet, 175. It's probably a blaster ride. It's got to be a blaster ride.
That's a cool bike. I really hope that they go into production in the fall. I'm really hoping I can see one next year because they look pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, there might be one, in Laconia for you to see, but.
Yeah, but they're even still saying like some of this is subject to change, but this is the price, but they're not saying a lot. They're just saying like minor tweaks at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same with anything that coming out. They always have prototypes, and the actual product is a little different. I remember when the Ford Bronco. Remember when the Ford Bronco was coming back out?
Yeah,
there was so many prototypes, and nobody kind of knew what it looked like. But I like that new Bronco. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's all right. I liked some of the prototypes better than what they actually came out with.
Oh yeah,
but I'm still waiting for the O.J. Simpson model to come out.
Yeah. I saw one of those 96 Broncos for sale on Marketplace. It was like 25 grand.
Oh, they're crazy. Those and if you got a really nice, what were they? The GMC, like the K series they were like K1500.
Yeah, that was the Blazer. Yeah.
Yeah, those if you got one of those in nice shape, they're worth a lot of money now too.
My dad had one of those.
They're sick.
I just remember him saying like, Brian, I could turn that thing on a dime. Like he could do U-turns like because the wheelbase was so short. you could do some U-turns. But all right, let's talk about. So where are we going to be? Where is the Ride Life podcast going to be in 2025? So we're going to be at Americade. We're going to be in Laconia. I'm going to be in Sturgis, and we're going to be doing a lot of weekend rides, right, Jim? So
Yep.
we're going to ride. I'm going to ride out to Rhode Island. We're going to see roadie riders and Corey, and Jim's going to ride up here. We'll hit the mountains. And did you just see that the Indian Larry show is happening again?
I have not seen the official word, but we got the sense when we talked to Todd, like it was probably going to be official.
September 20th, it's happening. So,
all right.
So this is, I don't know if you want to go, but this is my idea. So it's on a Saturday. We leave out Friday night. We get a place. So we don't go to Brooklyn. We get a place out near where Night Owl Rides lives.
All right.
So we get a place. We go out. We go out there. We stay the night. Wake up in the morning. Meet up with all those dudes. So hopefully it'll be like Night Owl Rides, VP Customs. And it's like a 2-hour ride from there. So we ride 2 hours into Brooklyn, hit the show, hang out for the day. We all ride back, hang out, go to our hotel, and we come home Sunday morning. What do you think?
I mean, it's possible. How will I do riding in there on that street glide? I mean, you guys were up on the sidewalks, and
Yeah, you'll be left behind, but you'll be fine.
I got GPS. I'll make it. I got GPS.
It's you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the plan. I mean, I'm not doing a big thing for Laconia. You and I haven't really talked about it off the air at all, but I think I'm probably taking like the Friday off and then just coming up there on like Friday, Saturday, like that last weekend. I mean, that's kind of my plan.
Well,
I didn't really look at the calendar, and see like other than that, like we got a Americade. I definitely want to do that. I got to see what's going on, but I'll probably ride out like the weekend, just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come home on Sunday.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. If you come Friday night, we'll hang out for a little bit. And then Saturday, we got the Ride Life podcast barbecue at my house. So, Danny and her husband coming up from Florida. Hopefully, Todd from Long Island. Actually, both Todds. I think we could have 2 Todds at my house at the same time.
2 Todds, 1 barbecue?
Yep.
God damn, so, that's a lot. That's a lot of Todds.
Yeah. So that's the plan: to have a little barbecue at the house, then go for a ride maybe. After we eat some hot dogs and hamburgers and drink some beers. Not too many beers before we ride, but
speak for yourself.
Yeah, Mr. Bud Light over there.
I gotta have some 6 a.m. beers to get the day going. But yeah, I think like a lot of weekend stuff. My schedule may be changing. We'll talk about that, but whatever. I'm planning on doing hopefully every other Sunday ish with Roadie. It depends on kind of where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah, Roadie's been a little silent. I don't think he's been riding as much this winter as he wanted to, so he's definitely going to be eager to ride in the spring. So I know he's got some stuff happening right now, but he'll be ready.
Yeah, because we had a lot of, like, down here, it's funny, we had a lot of salt on the roads, and because it was so cold, it didn't really get, like, the wash away. Like, you get that good melt and it washes away. So we had a couple of warm days, but the roads were nasty. They were just dirty and salty and sandy, and we weren't getting rain this winter like we normally do.
Yeah. We're supposed to get snow here tomorrow, but all right, let's not talk about that. Jim, you're drinking all these friggin' Bud Lights. It's making me thirsty. So we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to review a beer tonight. So it's a little segment we call, what do we call it, Jim? I even forget.
I don't know. It's the beer check brought to you by Brian and Jim.
All right, yeah, it's the beer check.
It's the beer check.
All right, I'm going to go first, Jim. So I got this beer. It's a double India pale ale. It's called Sturrowed. So it shows a picture of a box truck getting stuck under Sturrow Drive. That's why I was thinking, because it's always the college kids that take the moving trucks onto Sturrow Drive and get stuck. So I don't know. Do you see that? There's the camera.
For anybody that doesn't know, so Sturrow Drive comes right off of 93, right into the heart of Boston. And if you're in a car, it takes you right towards BCBU, Harvard. I mean, it brings you from the north of Boston to the heart of Boston, and then it joins up with Route 2 and brings you out towards Harvard, MIT, and stuff like that. And there's always box trucks, kids, U-Hauls, always U-Hauls on Sturrow Drive.
Yeah, and I mean, every entrance, they have these chains hanging down. Like, I mean, I don't know how they even get through those chains. But
They don't know what the chains mean. That's the problem.
yeah,
The chains just hit the top, and they're like, "Oh, that's weird."
must have been a tree branch. So, all right. So this is Trillium Brewing Company, right in Canton, Mass.
All right.
So they make this. So it's called Sterode, and I have a feeling I'm not going to love this beer, but let's see. Wow, that is hoppy. Not bad though. As soon like I can smell it. I don't know how old. First of all, I don't know how old this is because I wasn't prepared like you, and I didn't go get a fresh beer for tonight. So let's see it again.
May have been hanging out for a little while.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just like every other pale ale that I've had. It feels like I just ran into a bridge. That's gross.
All right. So I have a Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. It's called Banner City.
All right.
And it's Boston is Banner City. This is Boston's light lager, crafted locally in Mass from 100% American two-row barley and Pacific Northwest hops. Raise one. 96 calories. It's a light lager. It's got the Boston Celtics on there.
Oh, there you go.
Says it's the official beer of or official lager of the Boston Celtics, brewed right in Framingham,
Okay.
Massachusetts. So I've never seen this one before. Try it out.
Light lager. It's probably pretty good. I bet you it's probably Bud Light-esque.
Yeah, it tastes like a beer. It tastes like a light beer.
Yeah.
It's good though. I mean, I would drink that. Like, this is good.
Let me see that can again. That looks pretty cool. Let me see that thing. Oh yeah. I wonder.
Jack's Abbey, Banner City.
But that's got the Boston Celtics logo. I wonder if how they do that because isn't that
It
trademark?
says it's the official beer of the Boston Celtics.
Oh, okay, so that must be all right. Cool.
What does it say? It says the official craft beer of the Boston Celtics.
Huh. Never even heard of it.
Yeah, me either. But it's. I mean, it tastes like a light beer. It's good. It's a little better than it's a little bit more flavor than a Bud Light, but it's good.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
Are you watching any of the March Madness? Do you care about that at all?
I'm not a big college basketball fan.
Do you know that like some of the games are being held in Providence, Rhode Island?
Yeah, I know. I ran into some of the traffic the other day.
I'm not into the game basketball. Basketball was never my sport growing up. I was always hockey, baseball, just like you, Jim. And basketball was just never a thing. I don't know. Maybe the town we grew up in wasn't big, but
Yeah, well, we were all white guys, so.
hey, come on,
No.
Jesus.
Listen, I like the NBA. Like, I watch the Celtics when I can. I'm not gonna. It's not appointment viewing like football. Like, football is appointment viewing. I love watching the Celtics. I just never got into the college sports. Like, college sports, we don't have it here like they have in other parts of the country.
Yeah, I know. Like Texas is with their football, but that's high school football too.
High school football, but University of Texas, Texas A&M. I mean, it's huge. You go down to some of these SEC schools like Florida, Alabama. There's more people at those games than there are at the Patriots games.
Oh yeah, every week. Yeah, they're diehard. Oh, I'm gonna have to take another sip of my Sterode. Right in Canton, Mass. I feel like there's a lot of breweries that we don't know about that are right around you. And,
I think so. Yeah, a lot of small breweries.
but I don't know how that one's staying in business. I don't know how people drink
like
those.
that. You know what? I have a theory. IPAs, nobody actually likes IPAs, but the younger generation drinks them because it's cool to like IPAs.
Okay.
That's got to be the only reason, because nobody can like it. It's terrible.
All right.
What was that one your brother gave you? He was like, "Oh, this is great," and it was awful. It was like diesel fuel.
Yeah, he loves that stuff. I don't know. I guess it's like coffee. When you first drink coffee, you're like, "This is disgusting," and then you kind of get used to it, and you're like, "I kind of want a coffee right now."
Drink a lot of that too.
All right, let's forget about beers. Let's jump into. So, before I say, Matt from Burnt Up Wood Burning, I have a shirt for you. I'm going to send it out probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Actually, you're listening on. It's Tuesday right now, so maybe I already shipped it out on Monday, but I doubt it. So it's coming to you though. You're gonna get it. He wanted some Ride Life.
Another guy getting his shirt and sweatshirt before me.
Yeah. Hey, what? Hey, you were supposed to call me. You were in my neighborhood, I thought.
Honestly, I was in your neighborhood pretty early. It was like 6:30. I was like, he's probably doing shit. Like, and I'm like, I was out of there by probably 7:45.
Oh yeah, so I was probably still sleeping. All right, glad you didn't call. So let's talk about I've wanted to talk about garages or your shops or wherever you work on your bike for a while now because I've been watching VP Customs, and when he first started on YouTube, his garage kind of looked like mine, similar. And now his garage is like really cool, painted. He's got the floor done. He's got some lifts in there, the sweet lighting, some cool signs. So I asked you guys, like, do you think you need a lift, Jim? Do you think you would need a lift in your shop? Like, if you were gonna make a shop, would you add a lift?
If I was going to build out a garage or a shop, 100% I would want a lift.
Yeah, they are nice.
In for me, in this order, tool organization.
Yes.
Like, everything's got to have a home, because when you're working on something, and especially if it's giving you a hard time and you're looking for a specific, wrench or socket or whatever, you don't want to go through 10 drawers. You're already aggravated because it's not going the way you want it to go. You want to go over and get that tool that you want. You want it to be where you want it.
Yeah.
Number two.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Number two for me, lighting.
Yes.
Lighting, and you want good overhead lighting. And if you got portable lighting too, that's even better. Like hang lights or whatever you can to, like, if everything's coming down from the top, you get something to light up underneath. And for me, the third thing is a lift. Back saver.
Yeah. I will say I do enjoy the lift because I just put a new front motor mount in the FXR, and to have it on the lift, it just makes it so much nicer to have it kind of chest level and you can really see things. And and for cleaning purposes, the lift is nice. Yeah. But I mean, I like my garage. I got the ceiling done. I got my lift, but it's a Harbor Freight lift, and what I got on the walls. Oh, I got like metal paneling on my walls, so it looks pretty good in there. The only thing it needs is a floor. So I've been going back and forth. Do I do epoxy, or do I do the floor tiles? You ever see those floor tiles?
Oh, I've seen all different kinds. My personal opinion, like, if it's like certain types of tiles, they kind of get like chewed up after a while. But you're not doing like heavy duty in there, so probably be all right.
The epoxy is just expensive. It's kind of, I mean, unless you do the good swirls and different colors, it's kind of boring. Just a garage looking.
Well, what about that the stuff that Edwin had? They come in and they blow that stuff in. It's like flakes, and then they epoxy over it. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that's epoxy, but it's all one color. It's kind of boring to me. It looks clean and then very industrial, but I want to get the tiles so I can have the border a different color than I can do a design in the middle, and I don't know. It just it pops. I think my garage, once I get the floor down, it'll be a really nice spot, and I'll have to move the studio out there and do the podcast.
Having a nice looking floor is nice, and especially if you got a light colored floor, because it kind of brightens everything up and it makes it look a little bit better in there. To me, that's not like it's a must have. Like, your garage is really functional the way you have it set up. You got kind of a wall with all the like cleaning stuff and that, and then you've got like the tool area, and next to the tool area is like a workbench and all that. Like, it's really functional.
Yeah.
You just grew. You outgrew your garage because you just kept buying bikes. Like,
yeah, I got those big cars in there.
You love those cars, though.
At least they're on one side. So I just need another garage. That's all. I need another garage, and then I could have it all motorcycles.
And then you would fill that garage, and then you'd need another garage.
Well, no, because I would never win a raffle, so I would never have another bike.
Neither would I.
So what else? What else we got, Jim, tonight?
Well, like when you're talking about like shops and stuff like that. So, I mean, do you kind of, the way that you have yours set up, like, you kind of have the lift in the middle, but that lift is portable, right? I mean, it kind of wheels around and.
Yeah, I can put it wherever I want.
Yeah. So, like, when you're working on a bike, do you kind of pull everything out of the garage and center it and put that in, or do you just kind of?
Yeah, no, I kind of just, there's enough room where I can work on it. I don't have to pull any bikes out, so.
Yeah, because that for me is huge. Like, if I'm gonna go in and I want to work on something, like, I want to just have the room to move around.
Yeah, that it sucks. If your shop is so jammed full and you have to roll bikes out every time just to work on one bike, that would demotivate me. I'm like, I think about that and I'm like, I don't even want to work on my bike. But if you can just walk out there and start working on the bike. It's nice.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like, and you do have it kind of set up where, like, if you wanted to, you could put one on the lift and then move everything in, and it could be there for a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, the shovel head's on the lift right now. It'll be there for the summer. The only thing with the flooring is the epoxy floor would be nice, but the tile, I'm wondering, moving around the lift on top of the tile, that's where I was like, I don't know if it, because I do move around the lift a lot.
What kind of tile is it?
It's it's like a hard plastic. You'd have to look up. You just look up garage floor tiles.
Okay.
You'll find some, but because you can get them in all different colors, and they've come a long way.
But probably easier to replace and fix than if you damaged like an epoxy floor or something like that.
Oh yeah, because they just clip together, and so yeah, and they're more colorful. I like colorful stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's my shop dilemma, my marketplace scam.
You got too much free time. You think about all this stuff. You create problems for yourself.
You got that right.
You're like, I really got to get this floor done.
I need the weather to turn so I can go outside and drive around my tractor or something, or I don't know, get my mind off something. I don't know.
It is a lot colder up by you for sure.
Dude, it's killing me. I got back from Daytona. We had one 55, 60-degree day, and now it's 33 degrees out right now.
Yeah, my kid was like, hey, let's go for a ride. I'm like, dude, it's 43 out.
Yeah.
And neither one of us has the clothing to go out in 43-degree weather.
Nope. So if you're still listening, go to the Ride Life podcast and check out the latest reel, make a comment, follow some people, get entered to win our first giveaway that we have first giveaway that we're doing, and hopefully we can do some more giveaways because I kind of like it. So what I'm thinking, it's going to end next Sunday is when it's going to end, and I'm going to actually write down every single person that commented on that post. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put it in a hat. I'm going to go live on Instagram and pull a name, and that's how we're going to get the winner. And you don't have to be on there live. I'll message you. Whoever wins, I'll message you. I'm sure it's going to be a friend because we got a lot of friends that commented. But hey, what do you think?
I think it's a good plan, man. I want everybody to go out, follow the Ride Life podcast, follow us, like us, subscribe us on YouTube, follow the Ride Life Brian, the Ride Life Jim, follow Matt at Burnt Up Wood Burning, Night Owl Rides, all our friends. Everybody we talk about, Rolling Throttle. Go give them all a like and follow, man.
Yeah. They had a big swap meet, drag racing day down there in Tennessee. The weather looked nice, and yeah, we're still up here freezing. Anyways.
Yeah, yeah, dream rides.
Dream rides, right? So.
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday, bud.
All right, man. I'll see you next Tuesday.